I don't know about you, but I am not a huge D&D fan. I'm not that type of just heavy nerd, you know. Uh, Apparently, I haven't even played D&D, but I know there's like a ton of math involved in all that, and I am terrible at math, or at least I'm fairly decent at math, but I'd rather not use that side of my brain, if you will. But anyway, apparently a lot of people are, to the point where Dungeons and Dragons has become a huge critical milestone in the entire landscape of America today. No longer is it deemed by many people as being demoned games from another world or something like that. Now it's considered to be a huge intellectual milestone and has spawned some of the very big and powerful media things. Like, for instance, a lot of Stranger Things comes from D&D. A lot of there's been a terrible movie from the 90s about D&D. There's a new film coming out this year about D&D. And now, according to Deadline, Paramount Plus has ordered a live-action Dungeons and Dragons series, brought to you by Rawson Marshall Thurber, who apparently has directed some pretty interesting comedies, like, for instance, Dodgeball, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I think it's a great film. Red Notice, which is not a comedy. In fact, it's a more of a serious toned thing with The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot, if you will. A lot of people don't like that film. I wouldn't say it's the best film. I had a great time with it. I don't know. Sue me. I had a great time with it. Also, Skyscraper. It's apparently The Rock's version of Die Hard. Which, yeah, it is The Rock's version of Die Hard. It's basically a ripoff of Die Hard. Did I have a good time with it? Yeah, I did. Also, Central Intelligence, which I also had a great time with. As you can see, a lot of these are comedies. So, if he's going to make a D&D series, it has to be done with care, I guess, because here's the thing, right? Apparently, there's this series called The Legend of Vox Machina, which I have started watching, and it's actually pretty decent. It's got this very interesting and specific type of comedy in it, where it's sort of cringe, it's sort of campy, but it's so cringe and campy that you love it. It's kind of that weird line there. And apparently, the film has that same type of comedic edge, I guess. If this guy's going to make a series, he's going to have to appeal to that interesting notion of comedy, right? It can't be just yuckity yuck, we're the Millers, you know, that type of thing, which, by the way, is another great movie. Also one that he directed. But he's going to have to really, really try hard with this in order to make it working, right? In order to get it to work. I have no idea what this thing can be about. I mean, Dungeons and Dragons, you can literally do anything in Dungeons and Dragons. So I have literally no clue or any idea what this series could be about. But I am looking forward to it. And you know what? He's made some great comedic work, right? And Red Notice is the biggest film on Netflix. Is the biggest film on Netflix. Even bigger than Glass Onion and Knives Out story. So, he can make some good stuff. Or some very successful stuff. No wonder they brought him on. Now, Paramount Plus, I'm not a huge fan of Halo, their live-action Halo series. Halo is one of my favorite video games of all time. this series did not live up to expectations in the slightest. I didn't even try to. So, yeah. If Paramount Plus, I hope that Paramount Plus uses the strengths of Dungeons and Dragons rather than just make whatever the hell they want, right? Like they did with the Dungeons and Dragons first 90s movie. That sucked. But anyway, that's where we're at right now. Question is for you guys. What do you think about this news? Does it rock? Does it suck? It could be a 50-50 shot for me. But what do you guys think? Comment, let me know, subscribe, ring that bell. More content come your way. And hey, take care, guys.